Hello everyone, No Yoff, serial killer of the internet here, and today we have the fuckboy from the shadows who never appears on the podcast. Thank you, Meadows, you finally appeared for once, you lazy shit.
Yeah, well, you bitch ass never invites me, but hi, I'm Meadows. I work in the shadows, I do a lot of stuff for Merc himself, and yeah, I can just, work behind the curtains.
And today we have the one, the only, and surprisingly quickly growing because they were on 700 subs last week and now they're on 1,000 or some shit, Femyoz!
Greetings and salutations. I don't think I was growing that fast, but I mean.
To be fair, last time I checked on you was like a little while ago, and like you had 700 subs, and now you're on a K.
I would say for a channel my size, it's growing relatively fast. I think I'm doing a lot of good for myself. You know,
I'd say it's something to be proud of.
Hell yeah. I mean, to be fair, I do want to do this as like a career one day, you know?
What,
so,
YouTube?
Yeah, hell yeah. You kidding
me? To be fair, I just do it as a fun hobby.
I used to see it that way, and then I'm like, you know what? Because it's like a fun thing, and it's like, what would I rather do? YouTube or like a boring office job for the rest of my life? The answer is obviously YouTube. And it's like I realized how little time I was spending doing YouTube shit, and it's like, well, that's probably why, I'm not like a big YouTuber, because it's not like the channel that I'm known for right now is like my first channel by any means. Like nobody is this good at making thumbnails on day one, obviously. Right?
Dude, so you should have seen my first ever thumbnail. It looked like crap, but it was kind of funny.
I mean, hey, I used to use I used to be one of those people that where every thumbnail would just be like a still frame from the video, because I couldn't be fucked to open Photoshop.
I didn't even use Photoshop. I used Paint.net.
Oh my god.
For Paint.net, it was actually not too bad.
I guess I use Photoshop Mix on my phone, not actual Photoshop, but that's because it's like, I don't know. I'm better at like, rather than using like whatever on my PC. I mean, I could just use GIMP on my PC, but it's like, I don't know. It's easier if I just like, like cut out the whatever the image of the person with like my finger, like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's like I have like my own like way of making thumbnails. You just sort of learn from trial and error, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to get too much into it.
No, I get it. So I got a question I've been dying to ask. So the whole femboy persona, is that actually a persona thing, or is that genuinely a part of you?
It's genuinely a part of me, though I do kind of take advantage of it when it comes to YouTube titles and thumbnails. You may or may not have noticed that. But, yeah, no,
I noticed a few.
Yeah, you may or may not have noticed, like, the entire channel. I don't know, I mean...
No, I just went in there with, like, my shade, because I'm completely blind. Meadows is just sitting here in the background with the wheelchair,
Oh, hell yeah.
What made you actually become a fanboy? Like, any reason why?
Oh boy, well, it started out as like a joke, right? It always starts out as a joke.
Of course.
You never, it's like, oh, wouldn't it be really funny?
I didn't start as a Nazi. I was just Hitler for a day.
Yeah,
dude.
No, but like, it was like, wouldn't it be really funny if me, if I became a
big
femboy,
straight boy.
I would never do that. Me being the pinnacle of masculinity, I would never do that.
To be fair, I could never see you as a masculine person. I'm sorry, but like I could never see.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that. I mean, if you look at my...
I mean, you're literally wearing a heart choker.
Oh yeah, I am. I mean, it wasn't always like this. I mean, you can go on like my old channels, my old videos, and it's like, oh, I just looked like every like autistic kid, right? Like, oh, that's like your average...
how dare you? I actually have autism. Fuck
off.
Oh, yeah? Well, I also have the big autism, so, I mean, I'm just,
I have autism, and I suicide bomb hospitals. No one is safe. No, I'm kidding.
Unless.
I was acting. Or was I?
You never know. I mean,
Alright, Joker, calm down.
we do live in a society, and there's nothing, well, I mean, what can I say? What can I say?
I feel like you could maybe you couldn't pull off the Joker, but definitely Jeff the Killer with the hair.
Jeff the Killer? I forgot what Jeff the Killer even looks like. I haven't heard about...
Just some gay
haven't heard that name in
creepypasta with,
ages.
like, no eyebrow, no fucking eyelids, or, like, fucking lips.
I mean,
He caught a fucking smile in his
I-
face.
I think I probably have lips and eyelids. If I mean, I could be missing something. Maybe they're just figments of my imagination. But
To be fair,
yeah.
like, there's a guy online or whatever, he bought a fucking, like, darknet package, and they sent him a box filled with dry eyelids. Like, dried eyelids, real people.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell. Don't go on darknet, else you will probably, well, be sent fucking eyelids of people.
Maybe I want eyelids. Maybe that's exactly what I've been looking for all this time.
Oh, hell yeah. I don't have any, like, props of chips, so I can't fucking eat them as a joke and say that it's the eyelids, but, fuck it, I guess.
I mean, yeah, you just gotta use your imagination, you know?
Dude,
Just,
the thought alone just
mean-
grosses me out. Just the little tiny, like, obviously eyelid hair things. Fucking, they just touch your tongue as you try and crunch it.
God.
Yeah.
Why do you have to describe it in such detail?
Probably because,
God.
believe it or not, me being a psychopath is not a persona.
I mean, fair enough. Fair enough.
A...
I mean, to be fair, if anyone spends this amount of time online, are they like a mentally sane person? Probably not. Let's be real. Let's be real.
Malay. It's poo.
So,
Okay,
Malay
so-
just has a mental disease.
Yeah, no, dude, his
yeah,
fucking
well,
brain
that
is
goes
running.
beyond just mental illness, right? Like, there's a difference between like,
His
oh,
parents
okay,
need to beat him.
That's an
Do the
understatement.
old-fashioned
They
way.
need to do more than just beat him.
So, I have a question then. And this one, believe it or not, has nothing to do with the femboy. Well, maybe kind of half, but not really. So, what made you start YouTube?
Oh God. Well, I'm currently 19 years old. I started YouTube when I was like 8, right? On a completely
8?
different channel. Yeah, 8 years old. Yeah. It started
I
out
didn't
with
even have a
really
PC when I was 8. I had a Nintendo DS.
Yeah, I made really shitty YouTube poops on my iPad in iMovie. That's how I started. Yeah. So you know, those were
I mean,
were
hey,
my
you gotta
first
start
videos.
somewhere,
Some
you
of
know?
them are still up. Some of them are still up to this day. But,
Who knows?
yeah.
Maybe your old channel's famous accidentally.
Yeah. Well, I've already passed it in subs on this one, so I mean,
Fair.
famous. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about that one. Maybe one day it will be. Maybe one day. I'll have to like get famous on my current channel and then shout my old channel out. You know. Yeah,
Fair.
it was interesting because I remember YouTube was a completely different place back then, right? It was like
Oh, hell
it was
yeah.
like YouTube. It was like YouTube poops and Smosh, and that was
And
like
funny
it, right?
cat
That was what I
videos.
watched. And what?
Like, back then, the most famous videos you'd see on YouTube was, like, cat compilations.
Oh, well, yeah, that too. I didn't really watch those as much. I mean,
I
there
didn't
were, like,
have a fucking
always, like,
PC. I
random
couldn't
videos.
watch those.
I mean,
The most technologically advanced thing I had back then was a PlayStation 1, and I loved it.
yeah, I only had I was like, I was an iPad kid, okay? Like the stereotypical, like, fucking, like, autistic kid with a buzz cut who has, like, the iPad, and they're addicted to using their iPad. I was one of those kids, right?
Just,
So,
oh yeah, Bill Gates, give me another fucking iPad.
aw, hell yeah.
And at a funeral, sitting in the back fucking corner on his iPad.
Oh my god.
I put the fun
Yeah,
in
no.
funeral with my new iPad.
Yeah, that was where I started making my videos, though. I mean, you gotta start somewhere, right? Let's start somewhere. But I guess I guess the love for entertainment and comedy is sort of what got me started. And, you know, there were many times where, like, I got demotivated and, like, decided, I'm probably gonna get bored of this at some point. But it's like, I'm 19 now, and it's like, wait a minute. I still want to do this. Nothing has really changed. Well, why the fuck don't I pursue this? It's not like it's too late or anything. I can still make videos, you know?
Fair.
Worst case scenario is what? It goes nowhere and I entertain a bunch of people. Oh God, the horror. What a horrible investment of time that would be, right?
Well, I mean, I ain't even got 2K subs yet, and so far my fan base seem to fucking love everything I produce. So honestly, when it comes down to it, you don't need to be the most famous. You just need to be famous enough. And even then, you don't even really need to be famous. I got a fan base, I get fan art a lot, and I fucking love it. It's pure motivation to me. It's fucking awesome.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, honestly, same. You know, like I have a small audience, but like the audience that I do have is really loyal. And I get donations on Streamlabs and whatnot. You know, whenever I stream, like there are a lot of times where it's like, okay, it's not like something I could make a living off of, but it's like, okay, you know,
Something
whatever,
you could
like,
put as a side, like a bonus for yourself.
yeah,
Maybe
it's
maybe
like,
a
you
good
know, it
video
doesn't
game.
hurt. Yeah, it's like I mean I've made like whatever, like a total of like $360 or something like that.
That's not
So
bad.
it's not like, yeah, but it's like I haven't been doing it that long, right? So it's like, you know, and it's only that, you know, that's only gonna go up, right? It's like, yeah, people are gonna do it more and more frequently as I become a larger creator. But yeah.
So, the meme for the video that you wanted to react to live on stream, the one, the only, and probably the all-time worst meme ever that involves Malay, so you're probably gonna enjoy it. Enjoy! It is absolutely fucking abysmal.
Oh boy, I'm so excited.
I'm so
Alright.
excited!
I'm so excited. All right. Why is that so real? Why is like
I also
It's just too
drew the
accurate.
shit on him. Well, yeah, I mean...
it's like it's so accurate though. Like yeah, I mean he does in fact eat poop sandwiches all the time. He, you know, sometimes he'll you know, you know,
He
or
needs
when
some
he's,
of
like,
that
not
stinky
eating-
jinkies, you know?
Yeah, and whenever he's eating a food item that isn't poop, he'll try and see if he can, like, for instance, if he goes to McDonald's, right, and orders chicken nuggets, he'll then go to the bathroom and see if there's like any diarrhea he can use as barbecue sauce, you know? Sometimes people don't flush
And
the
you said that
toilets.
it was bad that I went into detail.
Well, I mean, to be fair, if it doesn't count if you're making fun of Malay, right? Like if you're bullying Malay, then you should go into detail, right?
But to be fair, I think the last time I ever set foot in a public restroom was when I found out my girlfriend was cheating on me, and I fucking had I had a meltdown, you could say. I went into one and I legitimately just fucking punched a sink down and broke it. I punched it straight where the water goes, and the actual thing fucking smashed. But I broke my hand.
How do you even break it? Okay. All right, sure. I cannot imagine myself breaking a sink, but I mean, maybe if I got real mad, I don't know.
Well, believe it or not, and a lot of people can't fucking believe it, but I have giantism. I am 7'2".
Well, damn. Man,
To be fair,
like-
the back pain fucking sucks.
I mean, I'm pretty close to that, you know, at 5'6", you know. I'm like basically
Very
close
close,
enough, you
very
know?
close.
I'm a very tall individual. We're basically like the same height, you know.
I'm a good foot and probably almost 2 foot shorter than you, but we're basically the same height.
You are yes, you are 2 feet shorter than me. You are correct in that assessment. I'm very tall indeed.
Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
Okay,
It's only like what?
so
I hate public restrooms though. The public restrooms terrify me. I hate them. I despise urinals especially. They're just they're just awful. I hate them with a passion. They're just objectively terrible. They disgust me. They're awful. and I hate them. That's all there is to it. I don't know.
I'd love
I
that you
would-
taking a piss and someone could come next to you and be like, nice willy you got there.
Yeah, if you do that, you are genuinely evil. You are genuinely an evil person.
Nice willy you got there.
They're just like,
especially if there's like an available one on the other side, and then they still do that.
Yeah,
Like,
they
you are
on purpose go next to
genuinely-
you.
they
yeah,
just.
and if there's like no specifically if there's no barriers between the urinals, you are an evil
True.
person if you do that.
They're
I'm
just
sorry.
like
You just are.
you just like straggling off. You're not going down the middle. He's just like, oh yeah, I see you're a bit new to this. I'll give you a little help. He just fucking grabs it, aims it perfectly in the middle.
See,
Like, yeah, I know you're
refuse-
new to this.
I mean,
I would
I'm
much
aware,
rather
like-
just wait until I get home.
No, same. Honestly, same.
Or just
Same.
piss outside.
Or just use a stall, honestly. Like, especially now that I, you know, I don't dress like the most masculine human being.
I mean,
planet.
you're wearing a
If you
skirt
can't tell.
and stockings.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's
You
like,
look like
I
if
don't- I feel
Pyrocynical was
like-
gay. Like, you got the same
well, I thought-
facial shape.
Well, I thought Pyrocynical was already gay, so like
True, very true.
that would just be
based
Like
opinion.
the gay version of Pyrocynical is literally just Pyrocynical, right?
That's true. He kissed a man on a
I would,
podcast.
I mean, it would be more accurate if you said I'm the transgender version of Pyrocynical.
Are you?
Maybe the American trans Pyro. I mean, I can see it. I can see it. Yeah, no, I feel like if at this point
I'd be
I were-
lying if I said I couldn't see it. I'm colorblind, but I'm not
Exactly.
plain blind.
Exactly. I mean,
Something
I don't know.
I have to say though. So many people call me an emo because my character is in black and white, but the real fucking truth is I'm just colorblind. So of course he's in fucking black and white. That way I know I can see it like everyone else.
I mean, that's a fair point. That is a fair point.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so I got a question. It's a good one, definitely. It's probably fucking not, but what is your favorite video that you have created?
Oh boy. Of all time, my favorite video of all time. Oh god, that's tough. I don't know. Maybe the oh god. I genuinely don't know. Shit. That's like tough because like I'm gonna have a bias in favor of like older videos because I like remember making them and having fun when I was younger. So it's like, okay, well maybe the Kavos video on my old channel, that one was really good. But also it's like, you know, like in terms of like the content itself, it's like, okay, well probably one of my newer videos, right? It's like, okay, you know, my newer content is like objectively like, you know, like more well put together, but it's like, you know, there's like nostalgia, so it's really hard to say. I know that's like a non-answer, but like I don't know. Like maybe my Femyoz versus Lyrios video where I react to my old channel. You know, I was just so bored that I decided to start YouTube drama with my other account because I was just like, you know what, fuck this. I don't want to start drama for the sake of starting drama with people that I don't actually dislike. So I'm just gonna like start drama with myself. I'm like I don't give a shit.
Dude, I've been banned on Twitter so many times, but I remember Twitter actually, at one point they were going to remove a tweet of mine because I mentioned myself in the tweet and I said, fuck this guy, I know myself, he should kill himself, he's such a faggot. And I was just atting myself as the fucking running joke. And it didn't get it didn't get me suspended for that. It got me suspended because everyone was agreeing with me. All my followers joined in.
Oh my god.
Like, obviously they were part of the joke, but like they actually thought it was me starting a hate train against myself.
Yeah, I've been suspended from Twitter too many fucking times. I may or may not potentially be ban evading. No, not that I would ever do that, but I'm just putting out the possibility that there's at least a non-zero chance that that's happening, you know? I don't know.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, I may or may not have okay, So I may or may not have said something a little bit too funny for Twitter.
Too funny.
You know, yeah,
I
like,
said kill
I-
all ni-
well, no, it wasn't that, but what it was is, there were, like, I think H3H3, was,
Dude,
like,
I
love
having
fucking
that
despise
drama
that
and-
guy.
He's
Well,
a
it
mong,
wasn't-
man.
It was like I don't remember. H3 was like in the right in this situation though, like unambiguously, and
Fair.
like somebody was like defending Kanye with like the whole like anti-Jewish thing or whatever.
Yeah, no,
I'm like-
that's just him.
And then
being a
and then
retard.
my response to that person was the I think I said something along the lines of the only Jews that should be gassed are the really annoying ones like you and Ben Shapiro. And my account got permanently suspended for that.
God.
Yeah, I
I
can see
tried-
why they would suspend you for
Well,
that.
Well, and then I tried appealing the suspension, and then it got rejected. And then Elon Musk became CEO, and I'm like, okay, well, shit, maybe I get a second chance. Nope, he didn't want to unsuspend me either, because he also doesn't have a sense of humor. It seems, you know. It's like,
Dude,
come on, you said that humor is legal on Twitter now. Like, prove it. You know?
Yeah,
Prove it by
no, like-
unsuspending all my accounts. I've been suspended, not permanently, but on a different account. I was temporarily suspended for asking Chester the Cheetah if he was into BDSM. I'm not even joking.
wait, what? They suspended you for
Yeah.
that? I've said way worse
Yes.
shit. I said I'm the Hitler of
know.
YouTube.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
so dumb.
Unironically, though, like back before I had 1K, people used to unironically join my Discord just to mention me and say I'm worse than Hitler.
And it's like Elon Musk's Twitter is like barely any different from Twitter before Elon Musk owned it, all right? Like I got suspended the other day for telling someone to ride a tricycle off a cliff. Like come on. Like
Off of what? Off a cliff?
Off
Yeah.
a cliff. Yeah, I told someone to ride a tricycle off a cliff. Like
Heard worse,
come on.
honestly.
Dude, Jalen
not-
has said way worse. They've outright told people to kill themselves, and they're not banned on their second account that they've made because they've already been banned.
I don't know. I don't think anyone should be banned for shit like that. It's like it's
Dude,
mutually
I mean,
beneficial. It's mutually
Dude,
beneficial for everyone to just agree to like be against censorship, right? Like
yeah.
just, like censorship just makes everything so boring.
Dude,
if nothing else.
there's like a hate train following Natty Forsyth. Now, I'm not gonna like get into it. I interviewed them. They've technically been cleared as innocent by the law. They've checked them
Yes.
for everything. They never received CP. That rumor is complete bull. But my video interviewing them, which YouTube rejected the appeal, but when I talked to them on Twitter, they got it reinstated. Anyone talking about Natty Forsyth at all, because people hate them, mass report it and mass flag it so it gets actually taken down.
True.
It's fucking
Yeah,
horrible.
I don't know.
Like, they just
Yeah,
don't
it's
want
like-
to anything related to Natty Forsyth. They just want to try and censor.
Yeah, it's so dumb because it's like you can dislike somebody or think that they're kind of weird or that they did some stupid shit, and I don't necessarily disagree with that, but it's like trying to censor them or like making like false accusations or jumping into conclusions when the standard of evidence should be guilty beyond a reasonable doubt is fucking absurd. It's like if you're gonna make such serious allegations, you need receipts. You can't just
Exactly.
based off of vibes or like, well, I think that this screenshot probably means this, and it's like, okay, but you're ignoring the date that was attached to it and lying basically about the order of events. It's like commentary YouTubers are so bad at this. It's like I reacted to that shit on a stream because like someone was like, oh yeah, by the way, that person you were talking to, they're actually a pedo, and I'm like, okay, do you have like any evidence of that? And they're like, yeah, here's a Grimsy video. I'm like, oh boy. And then I watched
fucking
it, and there
hate
was
that
like
dude.
there was like no fucking evidence. He was just like saying a bunch of shit, and it's like, oh, that's your reliable source of information is Grimsy. Okay, all right.
Wow, bro, a commentary YouTuber who got famous off of quite literally lying.
Yeah,
Bro,
it's
he
like,
bends the truth so much it actually insults me as a
it's
guy
like
who
all
exposes the truth.
Like, no, literally all he has to do, and like I don't hate him as a person or anything.
I
but, like,
dislike
he's
him
such-
because he's a liar and a tool.
like, I feel like he could be a good YouTuber if he wanted to. Like, he has potential. All he has to do is pivot and make more of, like, occasionally how he'll do, like, one of the, like, those random autistic rants. Those are fucking funny. When he's not actually taking shit seriously, he's actually entertaining, right? That's all he has to do. Like, that's why I don't even, like, dislike him, because I see potential. It's just, like, he needs to not take shit seriously and then virtue signal and be like, how, like, I can't believe people give a fuck about stuff while he's, like, yelling about YouTube drama. It's like, come on.
To be fair, like, I'd say this.
He'll be like screaming, like, nobody gives a shit about this YouTube drama, and while he's like yelling about iDubbbz. It's like, come on.
Dude, unironically, if you're like shouting like nobody cares about this track, you kind of show that you do care though, because you're shouting about it.
Exactly.
I don't think I've ever once shouted or screamed in any of my videos except once for like a skit.
Yeah, it's like, okay, it's one thing if, like, let's say somebody is, like, constantly, like, talking about something that I literally do not care about, and they're, like, trying to, like, annoy me with it. Maybe then yes, it makes sense if I were to, like, yell and say, shut the fuck up, no one cares, right? But that's not what, like, it's not like iDubbbz is, like, in Grimsy's DMs, like, being like, oh, hey, by the way, here, let me assert my opinion and annoy the fuck out of you, right? It's like, he doesn't even know who Grimsy is, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's weird.
I just don't like Grimsy. Like, I don't know if you've seen any of his recent stuff, but it feels like in every single video he mentions how much he loves his girlfriend. I'm like, you don't need to mention that. It feels like, shut up, bird. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like unwatchable, so I haven't seen his most recent videos because I saw the most recent video of his I saw was probably the one.
Dude, Meadows had to take the knife out of my hand because I was slitting my wrist watching it.
Yeah, I just, you know, it's like, you know, I'd rather not, you know, like, I've struggled with depression in the past, right? I'd rather not become suicidal again, so that's one of the main reasons I choose not to watch Grimsy videos. You know, it's like I'd rather be in a good mental state than a bad one, you know.
Stop fucking
I'd rather not have the sudden urge to ride my tricycle off a cliff, okay? I'm sorry.
Well,
honestly, I would, like, there's a fucking video of, like, a guy making, like, a joke of Peter Griffin being fucked by a minion. I would much rather watch that for an hour straight than watch one Grimsy video.
Oh no, minion.
I'd rather watch it for 2 hours straight. At least maybe there's, like, entertainment value, right? It's like, at least then, like, I don't know, I could stream on, like, fucking Rumble or some shit site that would, like, allow that. I don't know. And be like, oh yeah, watching Peter Griffin fuck a minion in the ass for 2 hours challenge. It's like, okay, at least I can get some viewers. It's like, they won't immediately click off the video, right?
They won't immediately click off the video of Peter Griffin clapping a minion's cheeks.
To be fair, they would probably watch that longer than they would watch Grimsy screaming about
Dude,
iDubbbz.
Grimsy's voice is just so, like, I can't listen to it. I don't like it.
His voice. It's not even his voice. It's that he screams, like, this close to the microphone. Like, he'll be, like, on top, like, he's eating the mic out, right? Like,
dude, it's like the microphone is his dad, and he's just like...
I mean, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Bold of you to assume he has a father.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's coming from me. That's coming from me as well. So, which is not.
Yeah, but there's a difference. There's a difference. You are funny. He is not.
Exactly. Exactly.
Watch him now, like, try and come on the podcast just to roast you about it.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's
dude, like he does this
like,
before.
Oh well, I'm not the one. You are literally like you're the one that's like dressed like. He'd probably try to come up with some bullshit reason.
Oh my god, but like your appearance proves you don't have a father figure. I love my dad, okay? I've never seen him before, but I love my dad.
Yeah, kid.
Actually,
fuck off.
That sounds more like what a Cheeto would say, to be fair.
Dude,
like,
a Cheeto is such a fucking idiot.
Loser.
Dude, you want to know what he did?
He's so scared to debate me. I went on his Discord server and joined it and asked him to debate me, and then he banned me for it.
Dude.
And then he blocked me on Twitter for the same shit.
Dude, you want to know something absolutely inhumanly retarded? after he made a video on Natty Forsyth about this situation and completely he stretched the fucking truth and bent it to his literal fucking will, pure manipulation of the fucking truth, and not in a good way, basically just fucking lying. Then afterward, Natty, Pat God, and Keemstar go on a fucking stream to like talk about the whole situation and shit, and then he types in the fucking chat, pedophiles don't care about the age. Yes, they do! Because they care about the age because they want it to be underage. Are you autistic,
That's
Achido?
literally what I was saying. That's what I was saying. It's like you.
Achido is actually mentally retarded.
Oh, literally, and that's what I've been saying. It's like people will be like, "Oh, what? You're defending a pedophile?" It's like, no, you can dislike Natty Forsyth or think that, oh, you know, she was being irresponsible with her platform, or she, you know, I wouldn't trust her, or whatever the fuck. Then all that shit is valid. You can think that. I don't even necessarily disagree, even though I'm like I'm cool with her or whatever, right? But it's like to assert that she's somehow a pedo when she immediately stopped talking to somebody as soon as she found out they were underage. It's just not like you don't have evidence. Like you have counter evidence to her being a pedo when you use that, right? That's counter evidence. That's like, oh, you know, you're okay with it until you find out that it's a minor, then that's a big turnoff. That's the opposite of pedophilia.
I never understood the whole, like, I genuinely never understood the attraction to kids. I can't see it. Genuinely.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. People are, I think they're attracted to, like, the power dynamic more than, like, the physical appearance type.
Honestly, like, this might be a bit of a, this might be a based opinion right now, but honestly, in my own opinion, what I think it is just, oh, I am like this. It's not like being gay where it's just like, you know, you're born with it. They are trying to make it seem like being into kids is something you're born with, like being gay. And I've seen this on Twitter. It's fucking disgusting. But they legitimately, all it is, and this is all it boils down to, is you want a tighter hole for your shrimp dick. That's it.
That could be true. I don't know. I mean, it's hard. It depends on, I guess, who it is. That wouldn't surprise me if that's a lot of the reason. Like, a lot of it probably does boil down to insecurity, right? It's like, oh, you don't want to have a relationship with like an actual adult who can, you know, do things like make judgments and that like you can't fully control super easily, right? Like it is. Oh, I do believe that a lot of it probably does stem from insecurity. I will say that I mean, I don't know. I think that there is technically some truth to, oh yeah, well, you can't help the attraction or whatever, but it's like you don't have to act on it, right? Like you don't have to do things that literally harm children.
It's not an
right?
attraction, though. It sounds more like a mental disease, if anything.
Agreed.
Well, I do believe that they should get you know, psychological help immediately, right? Like that. Otherwise, if they continue to spiral, it's like, okay, that's dangerous, and I don't think that they should be sharing it on the internet. Not because I think that having the attraction itself is the problem, but because I think that if they do, then people are going to shit on them, and they're going to be like, oh, well, no matter what, I'm a bad person, so I may as well go and do the thing that's bad anyway, because everyone hates me no matter what, right? And that's why I'm always careful when I talk about that subject in particular, right? It's like, ultimately, I just want those people to get help so that they don't, like, before they do anything, right?
Yeah.
Like, they need help. Like, they need psychological help, and they're not gonna go get it if they're just like, oh, well, everyone thinks I'm a bad person anyway. So it's like that's why I always make categorical distinctions.
Well,
it's like people get mad at me for it, but
here's something I never really understood. So lolicons will have you believe, oh yeah, well, it's completely okay because it's fictional. Here's the real question then. It's fictional drawings, but of what? Tell me, what is it fictional drawings of, It might be fiction, but what is it of? Little girls, that's what it is.
Obviously, it's of children, right? It's like, that's fucking weird. Now, I will say that I don't think it should be illegal, because it's like, okay, well, first of all, how would you enforce that law? Secondly, it's like, oh, well, then there's an obvious loophole where it's like, oh, well, technically, the character, even though she looks like she's 10, she's actually a 1,000-year-old vampire, you see? It's like, it doesn't fucking matter, right? Like, there's no law that's going to be able to prevent it. It's like, yeah, but, like, there's no way of defining it that isn't based on vibes. You just have to have a sense of, oh, well, that's kind of weird. I don't like that very much. Or actually, that's fine, right? But
Yeah.
there's no way of measuring it. And that's why you can't have like a law against it. Otherwise, it's just like, oh, well, that's completely arbitrary and vague and can ban a lot of shit that shouldn't be banned, right?
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately, I think that there are more pressing issues to worry about than whether or not people are looking at lolly, right?
True,
it's like,
but like
I
the
don't like
reason...
it. I don't like it. I don't ever want to see that shit in my timeline. If I do, I'll probably press the report button. But like, I'm not like this big anti-lolly advocate because I just don't give that much of a shit, right?
Yeah. Well, personally, the reason that I have a problem with it is because it can act as a gateway to a fair few, and then it will push people who are probably already not the most mentally sane into actually trying to, with minors.
Yeah, well, anything can be used as a gateway.
True.
Right? Like that's like think of what the alt-right does, right? Like they instead of saying that they hate black people, they'll use dog whistles so that other people that agree with them or are sympathetic to them know what they're saying. But it's like, oh, well, you technically can't really do anything about it because it's like, well, there is a context in which if you were to say this, it would actually be correct. Or it's like, oh, you're saying something technically correct, but you're implying something else. It's like, and it happens all the time, right? So it's like it doesn't matter because they're just gonna find some way of circumventing the system, right? And then it just makes it even harder to prevent it, right? It makes it even harder to catch those people, right? Because then they're more sneaky about it.
I can't deny
It doesn't
that.
actually, it doesn't actually decrease the amount of shit that happens. It's just like, oh, now they have to be sneakier. That's not a good thing. That just means that they're better at hiding it, right? But they still do the same shit.
So you're treating it like a hydra, cut one head off and two more grow back. Sort of like
Yeah,
if
it's
you
like-
try and
it-
fight
like,
it, it
at
gets
least-
stronger.
Yeah, like at least if people are stupid enough to, you have their liked tweets consist of lolly, it's like, okay, well at least we could create like a fucking watch list based on that, right? We know who to look out for and who to not allow babysit your kids, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like at least then it's more transparent. At least you know what's going on, right? It's like, okay,
It's still pretty
this
fucked up,
person is
though,
suspect. Yeah, but like I'd rather it be that than something that we can't, figure out, right? Something that's like more, secretive or whatever. Because it's like, okay, well then we can't step in if they do something wrong, right? It's like I'd rather be aware of who to look out for, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but it's like I'd rather know who is or isn't likely to, be a kitty diddler, right? I'd like to know who to look out for, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I don't intend.
So you're
on having
saying
kids,
treat it like the
but
FBI.
I would.
You
It's
treat it like the
it's
FBI. Watch from the shadows
Yeah.
and wait until shit pops up and use it as evidence against them.
Absolutely. It's like
That's a
it
smart way of
allows me
looking at
to-
it.
Yeah, it's like if I mean I don't intend.
I
on
mean,
having kids,
screenshots
but
work,
There's a
but-
chance I do. There's a chance that I have kids, right? It's not likely, but I might. And if I do, it's like
Are you
I
are you
want there to
implying
be-
that because you're gay or?
No, because it's time and money, and it's like I just want to live my life, and see what happens, right?
Yeah.
Probably not gonna have kids, but I could if I become super mega rich. And it's like, oh, okay, well then maybe yeah, like, but it's not likely that I become super rich, so it's like, I'd rather just, have fun, rather than have
You'd
kids.
rather you do you and see where it leads.
Yeah, I'd rather just see where shit goes,
You
Like, if
strike
I were
me
to
as the
have kids-
kind of person who would put pansexual in their Twitter bio.
Wow. Technically, no, I think I have no, my Twitter bio is Lyrix's dad.
Quickly, Meadows, put the fucking frying pans away. You're sexually arousing him.
Wait, frying pans where? Can I see those frying pans? Are they what kind of frying pans are they?
I see some
Non-stick.
leafy in you. Take that how you will.
Oh, I have a chin. I have a chin. You see? Chin, jawline.
Roasting Leafy himself.
No, I don't even have to jut my jaw. Like, I don't have to fucking, you're like, I don't have to do what the Leafy was like, where he was like, jutting his jaw, okay? I don't know, none of that shit, okay? I have it neutral.
I ain't got
and
like
it's
the
still
absolute Giga Chad jawline, but I got a jawline. I'm pleased with it.
I don't need a Giga Chad jawline either. I don't want to look too masculine. I mean, I am gonna go on estrogen anyway, so
What?
with that. I haven't yet, but it's like, you know, I want to grow titties, you know? I want to grow wider hips. It just seems correct. I don't know how to describe it other than...
So you don't want to do it because you want to be trans. You just want to have tits and ass.
I mean, that's part of it, but it's like... Okay, so...
I mean, are you gonna, like, do
test the
an
waters?
operation?
You want to, like, test the waters with it?
I don't know how to describe it. It's like, it just seems correct to me intuitively. And
what if
I
that's
think
like subconsciously you feeling like you could be the opposite gender, like trans thing?
It could be. I mean, I don't know how far I'll go. Ultimately,
Yeah, but how would you
like,
get tits though? Like an operation or something, or
No, because like if you
hormones do that.
If
like
you
going through
have
a
a
second
certain,
puberty.
it's like gender isn't based off of you having a dick or a pussy. It's the XYZ factor. So they put enough of the shit to swap that over, so you start growing the attachments. You'll never have the correct organs, but so for example, women have obviously the shit that produces milk in their tits. They'll never have that, but it will stretch.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Yes, they can.
It depends.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think most trans women can do it, but I know for a fact that it is possible.
It depends. I'd say it's like rare.
I don't know how rare it is. I don't
also,
know
you'd still have to be impregnated.
I don't know, but I know there's probably some sort of like operation or hormone that you have to take in addition or some shit like that to cause that to be possible. But I know it is possible. You don't have to be.
I mean, they've tried moving like the womb of a woman into a man, but that didn't end very well.
Oh no, they've done that. Like
they've
they've done that in the past with like other people, and it has worked. I used to know a chick who had the hots for me, but it's not that like I wasn't into her because she was trans. I just wasn't into her. But like she had a thing where they basically gave her surgery to move a female womb into her, and it worked.
Yeah. I'm probably never gonna like get bottom surgery or anything, but who knows? I mean,
hey, if you're a woman with a penis,
I mean,
it's like,
I used to think that I was never gonna go, you know, even consider HRT. Oh yeah, I'd totally never do that. But I mean,
you said the same thing about being a femboy. Oh, you'd totally never be that.
That is true. That is true. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, are you debating on doing it though? Like, are you willing to, you know, to try it or?
I mean, if you're gonna have bottom surgery, if you're willing to try it, then you can't go back afterward if you make the mistake.
Yeah, I know. Okay,
that's why a lot of trans. That's why, like, I hate that people like to try and hide the statistic because they're not ready for it. But that's why a lot of trans people kill themselves because they get that surgery and then they realize they're still not happy.
That's not why they.
Well, yeah, true, but like some of them.
There's a statistic they don't kill themselves because of the surgery.
No,
the reason that they might still be unhappy is because of social reasons, because their family doesn't accept them, because their friends don't accept them.
Yeah, but that's just how this world is. That's just how this humanity, like...
There's 8 billion...
Yeah. That's not trans people's fault, right?
Well, yeah,
like,
no,
it's not because they're trans.
No. I will say this, though. Like, it probably... So, when you go through puberty, your chemicals in your brain and the rest of your body, they go, like, fucking up and down massively all over the place, and it can spike and cause depression. And this is, like, not, like, uncommon, but it's not, like, common either. And I would say that when you're getting these hormone injections and shit, it kind of, like, almost restarts this puberty section, which can cause depression.
Yeah, that is entirely possible, but I don't think that it...
Well, it's not the reason they kill themselves, but it certainly doesn't help.
Yeah. Well, no, it doesn't help, but I don't think that like, it's still better than not doing it for most trans people, right? It's better, or not, maybe...
In my
maybe
opinion,
not
they
even
should
most,
just
but
not kill themselves at all.
Well,
but,
yes, that would be ideal. That would be ideal, yes.
Maybe they should not kill themselves. That would be nice.
Yeah, no.
I mean, they're not intentionally, but they're kind of like sort of helping the overpopulation crisis. That's gonna seem really mean. I'm sorry.
I don't think that the overpopulation crisis is an issue. I don't really think it's.
I mean, China says they do, but they lied about the count. They don't have an
There are people that are
overpopulation.
saying that we have an underpopulation crisis.
We don't have an under one, but I wouldn't say we have a massive over one.
I don't think we have either. I think we're doing just fine.
I mean, what would you say? Like, it's just fair balanced.
Well,
I'd say
100,000
it's fairly
people.
good.
100,000 people die every hour, but we make up for it with 250,000 babies born every hour, growing in that sense as well. So either way, the death toll
are you
is
talking
still
worldwide?
yeah.
Worldwide or United States? Okay,
Worldwide.
yeah. Worldwide, then maybe, yeah. But like
Not United States,
like,
no.
Yeah, the U.S. is like it's got a population increase that's like more steady, which I think is really good. I think that a steady increase is what we want, right? Because that's what the country is sort of designed for in a sense, right? It's like, oh yeah, well here's our economy, and here we have roughly the same people, plus obviously population slowly increasing over time, plus immigrants, and that's pretty good. I don't think that we need to change that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can understand that, honestly.
But yeah, it's like, it's one of those things where if, you've got people on both ends of the aisle that are like, oh, we're gonna all die from overpopulation. There's not gonna be enough room for people. And then there's other people that are like, oh, the human race is gonna go extinct because everyone is gay now, so they're not gonna reproduce. It's like both sides that say these things are mentally insane. I'd say that the underpopulation side is way more insane than the overpopulation
Why would
side,
people
but still.
think that humanity's gonna die because there's that many gay people? There's not a lot of gay people.
Because they're delusional.
True,
Like,
they want to
we're
believe
talking
anything they
We're talking
can
about
to.
far-right conservatives
No, but
at the end of the
like, to
day.
be honest with you, I'd be more concerned of the gays fucking going extinct than humanity.
Yeah,
Oh,
fair.
for sure.
Fair. That's
Sure.
fair.
Because there's not a lot of gay people. There's a lot of people that just like, are attracted to
To be
females.
fair, there are quite a few gay people and bi people and
I
whatnot.
mean, true
right?
that, but there's.
To be fair, I just
think there's
prefer
way
personality overall.
There's a way
Yeah.
more people that like females, and
Dude,
For
there
sure.
was a woman
Okay,
on
but you have to
Twitter.
keep in mind.
There was a woman on
but you
Twitter
have to
that
keep in-
posted on Twitter saying, "Why are gay people loving men so much? Women have buttholes too." And I was sitting there like, "Oh my god, how dense are you?"
It's like, yeah,
It's not about
why do you
buttholes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, okay, then why do you
about
like
dick.
men so much, huh, lady? Huh, lady? Why do you like men? Why don't you like women? They also have buttholes.
Because they're like a gaping asshole.
It's like that one fucking like YouTube poop of a fucking like a guy that plays like one of the scientists in Black Mesa. He says, "I love the sight of a puckered asshole."
Hell yeah.
Dude, the fucking
it's
voice actor actually made that as a joke. It's official.
Oh my god. I mean,
Posh
damn.
accent there. What is your accent?
Mine?
Yes. Who else? Meadows? I already know him.
I don't know. I have an American accent.
Fair.
I'm from the great United States of America. Yeehaw! I'm from the great state of Texas.
Please stop. Please stop.
I'm just another gun.
Wait, you're from
American.
Are you actually from Texas?
Fuck no.
Okay, good. That would be. I feel like that would be a
Fucking
hypocrisy.
kill myself.
I feel like that would
part
be.
of
That would
I'd be
be.
part of the 41% if I was. I'm
Dude,
sorry.
you would be a complete hypocrisy on your state.
Yeah, well, yeah. Honestly, I think SpongeBob had the right idea. SpongeBob and Patrick were
What?
right about Texas.
Demo, Texas.
We call him the
Fuck
pinhead.
Texas. Texas is stupid.
Who you
SpongeBob
calling
was right.
Pinhead?
Yeah, no,
Texas used to kill
Yeah.
black people in the day.
yeah.
Yeah, but so,
A
but
lot.
so
Of,
did
to be
we.
fair, a lot of people did. That wasn't a Texas exclusive.
Yeah, but so did my
Yeah.
country.
Let's
mean-
not talk about killing black people, or YouTube will take down my video. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Let's maybe
fair
steer
point.
away
I think
from
we
mass
should- I think we should
genocide of a
start-
certain race.
It's like
Yeah, I
Femyoz
think we
said,
should
you know?
start talking about the Jewish question instead. That would be a much
No.
better topic.
Okay, I get it. I'm German. Okay, I get it. There's funny haha Hitler joke.
I
Let's
did
leave it
not
at that.
even know you were German, to be honest.
I've
but-
said that a few times in my
Oh,
videos.
well, look, I have no attention span.
That's fair. That's based.
Yeah,
Patrick Baseman.
exactly.
So, I have the one and only question that's unique, and I definitely didn't steal it off Sam and then just change the wording.
Oh boy.
So, if you could have one person, a YouTuber, terminated permanently, never to return, who would it be?
Ooh.
Anyone on YouTube, entirely terminated, never able to return. Only one. It's a hard choice, isn't it?
Can I just choose to not terminate anybody, or do I have to terminate somebody?
You have to pick one person. Has to be
Okay,
one.
one person. One, not 0 or 2. All right. Got it. Ooh.
Let me guess,
good
you got a few
options.
ideas. Few ideas in mind.
Yeah. I'm thinking, who's somebody I really don't like that would be negatively affected by it? Like, I get to ruin
What if
somebody's
you could choose a
career.
category? If I would be able to choose a category, I'd do ASMR. That shit pisses me off so hard.
Okay, but like, anyway, you have to pick a channel, a certain person, specifically.
I'd say Matt Walsh. Fuck that guy.
Matt Walsh, where have I heard that before?
He basically advocates for, like, increasing the suicide rate of trans people. He spreads
Right,
genocidal
so complete
rhetoric.
fucking illiterate asshole. Texan
Yeah, he
spaz.
contributes nothing to discourse. He lies. He's a grifter. And he also thinks that people should be able to... He thinks that girls should get married at 16.
Dude,
So
that's
he's
just
probably a
what
pedo
the
as well.
fuck?
Dude,
Yeah,
Okay,
he
so
said
he's-
that.
they should get
my
married
God.
whenever the fuck they want. I think that's completely fine.
Exactly.
Except
But Matt
for
Walsh
when
is
it's
a pedo. He
underage.
wants... Yeah, exactly. Matt Walsh thinks that they should get married specifically when they're underage. Because that's what they used to do. That's his excuse.
Nigga,
Oh, well, that's what they used to do. Of course you
When
want
did-
that, Matt.
My nigga, I
When
hate
did
to
they
break
ever
it
do
to
that?
you.
Underage
I hate to break it to you, but if he's talking about the old times when it was like kings and kingdoms, women were basically sold off as slaves just to ally other kingdoms. So he's just fucking
They were used
stupid.
yeah.
as a
Well, that's
reward,
the society
anyways.
he wants. That's what he wants.
Yeah, women
Like,
were
he's
used to
literally just
slavery,
evil.
basically.
Like, I'm not even joking when I say he's a cartoon villain. He genuinely is.
We've got to
Matt
have
Walsh is
the
like
money.
cartoon villain. Like, genuinely.
Let me see.
should
Like
see
you
some of the
said,
shit he
you said
says.
cartoon villain. You want to know what I thought of the first moment you said that?
Hmm.
It's that fucking gif of like that one guy and he's saying, "We've got to have the money."
Oh, he's worse than that.
Dutch.
He's not just greedy.
Just a little bit more money, dude.
I got
It's
it.
like-
I got it.
It's like,
Found it. First try.
see, the we've got to have money is more like a, not because of a Jewish stereotype, but Ben Shapiro because he lies. And
Fair,
Blair
fair.
White.
He went to the beach that makes you
more
old.
similar to that cartoon villain, right? But like Matt Walsh is more like he's like unambiguously like evil, like not
I
just
feel
like
like-
greedy, but like he's like Darth Sidious type of evil, right? Where he just wants to make the world a worse place, right?
I feel like he, honest to God, would be the kind of person that would like talk mad shit after being invited to a boxing match, agree to it, you're there, and he's just like, oh, I didn't show up because I am a pussy. And then he'd block you on Twitter
Yeah.
for calling him out on being a pussy.
That's what Steven Crowder did with Sam Cedar. Like he wanted to debate Sam Cedar, but then he just like pussied out. It was
I
really
hate
funny.
to talk
and
about
then, and
the- You go.
then
first.
and then he was gonna debate H3, and then I know you don't like H3, but what he did here was based. He invited Sam Cedar on the show, and then Sam Cedar was like, "Why have you been dodging me, bro?" And then Steven Crowder basically was like trying to come up with bullshit excuses for why he couldn't debate Sam Cedar, and then he left. It was really funny.
Honestly, it sounds like it. Like, I hate to bring in iDubbbz, but back when he was actually based and not mesmerized by Anissa's pussy, he invited Jinx to a boxing match, and Jinx pussied out last minute.
Oh yeah.
I would love to see
Same
that.
thing with Ricegum. Same thing with Ricegum.
Ricegum is
Yeah, but-
like a complete loser.
Ricegum, yeah, no, he's an idiot.
I'll say this. I despise him. But the
Even
people,
I could beat him up.
dude, I could
Even I could
literally,
beat Ricegum up.
I've literally done this before to a fucking school bully. I could lift him off of his feet by his throat alone.
God damn.
Fucking put that smile away, you zesty bitch.
I mean,
God damn it.
I don't know. I think, okay.
You would be into
that-
that.
He's not fucking denying it.
For
You're
legal
wearing a
reasons,
choker,
I
of course they're not
Look.
fucking...
Look, for legal reasons, I can neither confirm nor
For
deny
legal
this
reason?
accusation, okay? Yeah.
For legal
my,
reasons.
my lawyer has told me that I cannot comment on this matter, okay?
My lawyer has told me to not continue this joke.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
God damn.
No, I would be more than willing to answer it, if it wasn't for legal reasons,
More than willing to answer the
So
question
unfortunate.
on whether
Yeah,
they have a choking
yeah.
fetish while staring at the camera wearing a pink heart fucking choker.
I mean, to be fair,
At least you got white teeth.
it's-
The amount of people I interview with fucking yellow teeth, Jesus Christ.
part of people with yellow teeth in interviews, on camera, a lot of the time it can be because of white balance. Like I've had I think videos or like whatever where I couldn't be fucked to color correct, so it looked like my teeth were yellow.
Yeah,
But,
but
it was
these people,
was
like you
white,
can
blue
tell it's
lighting.
not color correction. Like you can tell.
That's true. That's true.
I got
because,
some
like,
yellow teeth. You
That's
fucking
true
making...
because you could see
Brush
you
your
could see
teeth.
that like the fucking paper was like more yellow as well. So
Yeah. It's chill though.
yeah, it's like what the most satisfying thing is, and I've only done it once, and I kind of want to do it again, is like seeing your teeth after you get them whitened. Oh, it is so satisfying to look at. Oh,
I've never had
it just
that.
hits different. I've had it one time. I like won it as like a prize for something. Never gonna forget that. It was really painful to have it done, I will say.
It's
wasn't
because they
pleasant.
bleach your teeth.
I know, but it was worth it.
I mean,
My teeth were also really sensitive for like a really long time too.
my front teeth
They bleach your teeth. What do you expect? They use chemicals
No, I know
to
it was
brighten
worth
your
it.
teeth.
Oh yeah, no, I expected it, and it was worth it. Right? It was an aesthetic decision. No?
Just so that you can
Might
blow a
do it
man
again.
and have them dirtied again.
I mean, hey, I guess it depends on what. Oh no, we're not gonna go there.
Yeah, please don't,
Or,
you zesty bitch.
I mean, my teeth, they cannot turn yellow because most of my teeth are fake.
Yeah,
They're
because like
Placement.
he got into
I'd
a.
rather not disclose that on video, please.
All right, mind if I just can I say that it was some form of accident that caused it?
Sure.
Basically, some form of accident happened, was serious. He got a bit hurt, like quite badly, and needs just let's not, because to be fair, I'm glad that didn't happen to me. I've been hit by a bus, but like as long as my teeth are
Good
fine.
job.
What? Why? Fuck you.
Kidding. Just I don't know. That's like my natural instinct. Like I don't even like think like it's like if someone describes like something fucking like really bad happening to them, my first instinct is literally just to say good job. I don't know why. Like,
To be fair, like I at one point just imagined, because I was like fucking driving a car, and I at one point was so bored I was like, and I just like pictured in my mind me just fucking twisting it and causing like a massive fucking spinning car crash, just out of
Oh yeah,
boredom.
no,
yeah.
I've had those
That's-
intentions plenty of times where you're just like, what will happen if I would join the steering wheel to the left?
I wish that driving was
that's
more
intrusive
fun. The
thoughts for
vodka
ya.
in my pocket.
That's
You
intrusive
said it
thoughts
wrong,
for
you
ya.
idiot.
No, the vodka in
If
my
I ever
pocket.
stand at like the edge of like a high surface or whatever, like if I'm like at the edge, like if I were to stand at the edge of a cliff, right? Like I wouldn't be intending on jumping off, but what I would be doing is
If I had a
thinking,
parachute,
but
I
what
would
if
jump off.
did?
Oh no,
Well, no, without a parachute. It's like thinking about like, okay, but what happened if I walked off?
You seen that meme where it's like, I wonder if this game has fall damage? My friend, it's just a guy jumping down a cliff.
I've had that
Yeah,
plenty
it's
of
like-
times where I'd be high up and I would be like, what if I jump?
Dude,
Yeah,
at one point,
exactly.
I just want, like, at one point, I had, like, psychotic intentions, and I just did do that at one point, and I fucking woke up at one point with a broken leg.
I was never that. I mean, I was mentally ill. Don't get me wrong. I was having existential crises left and right. You know, as you do. But it's like I never jumped off a building or a cliff or anything like that. I don't know. It's probably because I was too lazy, though.
Yeah, well, I'm a psycho. I was just like, I need to feel something, and I just fucking just stepped off.
Yeah, I don't know. I think my moral framework of like, that pleasure is preferable to suffering might have been one of the only things that prevented me from that. It's like, well, you see, objectively speaking, according to my own moral framework that I have set forth, it would be more logical for me to not jump off of a
Fuck you,
building,
Meadows.
as that would, it's like, oh dear,
Fuck you.
oh boy.
I was at the
Oh,
time, I just felt fucking emptiness, and I genuinely just didn't feel anything, so I wanted to feel something, so I just walked off the edge. Not like that,
I
though.
get that. That was kind of how I felt when I was on Prozac for a while, and like I just didn't feel anything. I was an awful person at the time. Like empathy just didn't exist because it's like I felt nothing at all.
I have autism.
So
My
I was
empathy is
like-
just not there.
It's like I have empathy now, but that's because I'm not on Prozac. I take a different drug for depression that doesn't make me
Meth.
feel emotions. So I don't know if you what?
I don't take meth for my back pain. For my back pain, at
Yeah.
least.
Well, that's what heroin is for, right?
Me and the boys smoking heroin out of my glass.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah! It's the good shit, you know?
Gotta get some needle.
Hell yeah! Like, you know?
I've never tried heroin. I never will.
I can't say that I feel any differently. I do not intend on trying it. Unless I have like one day to live, then it's like, oh well, I want to see what it's like. Right?
If I have one day
I
to
wonder-
live, I'll just go outside with a knife and take as many fuckers down with me.
Or you could do that. I mean, if that's
Hey, if I'm going down, I'm aiming for the high score. Let's go.
I mean, I don't know. I would just like, okay, if I knew that I had 24 hours left to live, it's like, okay, how many drugs can I do? Right? It's like, you know what? Fuck it.
You'll die
there's
within
no
an hour.
consequences.
Just like fucking, I'm gonna die in 24 hours? Nah. Gonna make it 2
Ah,
hours.
fuck that. Oh, yeah, let's make it 2 hours of
Follow up
of
the
sheer
hospital.
fun. But yeah.
Follow up the fucking hospital.
They probably fucking, you say that, they'll probably do all the drugs and then end up wanting to blow up the fucking hospital from the amount of fucking highs they've just gotten.
That's true.
You wanna know how I got these scars?
Would you be in the right mental state to figure out how to do so and how to acquire a bomb? Probably not. I'm sure everything would be
hell.
fine, and you die anyway, so it's like,
You wanna know how I got these scars? You see, a heroin needle is stuck on the tip of my penis, and I start giving myself sucking.
Yes, the best place to inject heroin, it has to be the penile shaft skin, okay? That's
Dude,
exactly
you're
where you wanna
not the
inject it.
first person to say that. You are not the first
wow.
person to say that.
Damn, I mean, should I be surprised by that? Probably not.
Dude, there was a man on Omegle that this guy fucking told me about how he met a guy, and there was a guy on Omegle injecting himself with heroin in his dick, and then they asked him why he was doing it. He says because he got no good veins in his arms and legs anymore. Like,
I mean-
fucking hell. Dude, you wanna know what was funny? I read a police report, because I like reading the leaked ones when they're, like, funny. Yeah, because some of them are really funny. And a guy died because he fucking inhaled a very strong vape and then blew it into his penis.
That is one way to. Yeah, I mean,
Imagine dying and then put it on your grave. Died by blowing smoke in his dick.
that is one way to go. I mean,
Intense,
mean-
Go out with a bang.
intense nicotine abuse from lower region.
Yeah. That is one way to do it, yeah. I mean... Okay, fair enough. If that's the way you want to go, I guess more power to you. I wouldn't recommend it.
No,
Yeah,
not
but
more
to be
power
fair,
to
though-
you.
To be fair, though, you can't diss it till you try it, right?
I'm not trying it. I'll kill
Why
myself.
not?
If I'm gonna kill myself, at least I'll make it fucking nice to look at. Not, wow, I blew smoke in my penis.
Yeah, but that's like a good way to like troll people, right?
Okay,
It's like-
you said don't knock it to try it. Why don't you try it?
I'm not the one knocking it.
Well, he killed himself. It's like the guy who got paralyzed after eating 600 chicken nuggets. You just don't go that far.
Obviously, the limit is 599 then.
Dude, there was this guy, like, making a joke. A man died after fucking ejaculating 72 times. And then a guy tweeted it saying, okay, every man, the limit is 71.
71, yeah. Well, to be fair, that's like the first thing that's gonna cross anybody's mind. Oh, okay, so then the limit must be 71.
I don't even jack off once a day. What makes him think I'm gonna jack off 71 times
I
a
don't
day?
even know. Okay, to be fair, I don't even know how you could do that. Like, how do you even like? It's
Are you about to like ask me how I can't masturbate? Are you seriously?
No. I'm saying no. I'm saying how could somebody do that?
How could
72 times a day. I don't.
Do you think maybe he just fucking busts and then continues?
Maybe he's
But you
very
have to-
obsessed with sex. Maybe, you know.
No shit.
But it's like, how do you have that much libido? Like, holy shit!
Can't wait
I can
to.
understand, like, if you're like,
Dude, he would. That man, if he didn't kill
busting-
himself. If he didn't
I
kill
think,
himself
like-
by self-ejaculation, I feel like that man would break your thighs.
I just.
And you'd probably like it.
I don't even.
And then he'd die.
Wait, yeah.
Done
Babe.
masturbating the 50 time. Time for about 51.
I don't know how. Like, I feel like. I don't know. Maybe this is just
Do you
me, but like, even every day would be too much. It's like, okay, I can sort of understand, like, if one
There's
day if
people
you're
that do it
real
every day.
horny, doing it like 2 or maybe 3 times, but 72.
Yeah, but
Seven-
Do you think maybe this guy just didn't sleep and just continued to bust it all fucking day long within 24 hours? Just bust and
I
continues.
just don't. It's like, okay, like.
Can't wait for the
Why?
title of this one. Femyoz on Madman's Land talks about ejaculation.
No, but like, there's a couple of masculinity guys that
Femyoz teaches sex ed.
Duo having high testosterone. They needed
Testosterone.
like jerk off.
Testosterone.
Yeah, testosterone. They needed like jerk
Man,
off.
I probably
maybe
just
2
don't have
times,
enough.
like one
I guess
time
I just
or-
I'm not testosterone filled enough to jack off 72 times a day.
You're just a weak
I don't
shit.
think I
No.
physically could. Like, I don't think most people could, though. I don't think that that's just a me thing.
To be fair, I don't even jack off, period. Like, in my own head, this is like...
I find it disgusting.
This is like the psychopath speaking, but in my own head, like, with an hour of beating it off, I could probably get a video done. Like, I never understood how people take, like, a week to make a video. I couldn't do that shit, literally make a well-edited video in about 3-4 hours.
It's called being lazy.
Yeah, I was just about to say, do you think YouTubers aren't fucking lazy? Are you kidding me?
Nigga, I'm lazy, and I
It's
can
like-
make a video daily. I've been making videos every single day.
I know, but if you don't make daily videos, it's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna push this arbitrary deadline to its limit. It's like, that's what people do. You know? It's because the YouTubers are all mentally ill, okay? That's just what we do, okay?
Hey, that's personality in my book.
I mean, fair enough. That's fair enough.
To be
I
fair,
mean,
though, like, fucking YouTube is legitimately censoring lesser channels. They make sure that they don't get seen as less. So a guy I know
that's
called...
because they make less money, right?
No.
They're not monetized.
Yeah. But, like, a guy called Ducky Morant made a video where he sweared and he just did whatever he wanted. And, you know, he obviously obeyed the rules, but, like, within reason did what he wanted. And he sweared, and it got, like, 100 views. Then he made a video where he didn't swear at all, didn't say anything that goes by, and then it gets, like, 2K views. Like, YouTube is doing this shit on purpose.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. It's interesting because,
Not
I feel like if I was more,
Yeah. YouTube is
if I
Nazis
was
confirmed.
more... Oh my god. No, but like if I was more family friendly, I guess you could say, I probably would get more views. That's probably like the one thing holding me back. And it's like my channel still is growing pretty fast. So that probably means that I'm doing a lot of things right.
I don't
So
see
like,
you
to
as
make up for
a
it.
male, because male to me is like big tough lumberjack. Nah. But like,
Are you saying I'm not a big tough lumberjack? What do you mean?
damn.
Gotta get wood for my woman.
I don't know.
So weird.
I don't even know if that's a woman. That's a woman.
Shut the fuck
No,
up.
what I find weird is people who try to insult me can't make up their mind, right? It's like
They
there's
can't
some
make up
people
their
who are-
mind whether they want to fuck you or fuck you up.
Well, not in. No, I mean, there's that. Well, that is true. That is true. That is what goes on in
Dude,
their
that
head.
creep on your
No,
fucking
even
Twitter is
outward-
like, oh, will you punish me? What the fuck? You send that to random people on Twitter? Dude,
it's
that
like,
shit was
first of all, I'm
gross.
not even a dom, so it's like I'm not gonna do that.
Nigga,
That's not
I'm
what-
just,
that's not what-
I'm just gonna not ask. I'm just not gonna ask about
No,
your
you're
sexual
not. You
orientation.
aren't gonna ask.
Yeah, because you're probably gonna tell me
Correct.
anyway.
I'd know. I guess no one will ever find out. No one will ever know. It's
Okay, how's your sex? No. How's your sex
it's been
life?
Pretty good. It's been pretty good, you know. Just yeah, no, I'm not gonna describe unless you really want me to.
Sure, why not? Fuck it. To prove that it's really the podcast known as Madman's Land.
Okay. Well, what do you?
Oh, sorry. Mad Femboy Land for you.
Aw, hell yeah. I mean, what do you want to know specifically about me? I'm not
Go
gonna
on,
say
everything.
anything-
Tell us everything.
That's not very.
How many
specific.
sperms did you beat to become Brit?
I mean, I haven't kept count. It's too many to count. I'm just.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking, for the sake of the meme, how's your sex life then?
Pretty good. It's pretty good.
Pretty active?
Be getting tons of bitches. I get hella bitches, you know. Get hella
Well,
bitches.
didn't you say you were gay?
And bi.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean,
Good story.
It's just like, what's that one meme where it's like that guy, he's like, sees something he likes, he just fucking pulls out his credit card and starts slamming it on the table. It's just like,
Man.
imagine that, but like as a phone, I was like, hey, yo!
I mean,
I think I made the
fair
joke.
enough.
I think I made the joke.
Fair- I think you did, yeah. No, but what's weird though is some people
How
will try
many-
to say
How many people
Some
try and
people
like
will-
slip in your DMs just to try and date you? Be honest. Be honest.
too many to count.
Seriously? Seriously?
Seriously. Yeah,
Jesus
seriously.
Christ.
Do you get comments of people like asking you the dirtiest shit ever?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, to be
Like,
fair, their
like-
like persona is purely the femboy shit. Like,
And like,
Hey.
please,
Well, Well,
I
though, to
wanna
be
know-
fair, I do more. I also do politics and comedy. Okay, it's not just femboy stuff. Okay, that's just like the aesthetic, you know.
can you please
Yeah, no, it's the
enlighten me and
persona,
go
I
into
said.
details about what they want?
all right, what's the most memorable, disgusting thing you've been asked or like
Oh,
said in a
God.
fucking comment or a DM or
Choke
anything?
me, daddy.
Oh,
They probably would say shit like that, or like calling him
God.
mommy.
Oh, you
Squash
think,
me
oh,
with
that's
your
not
big
even,
ass,
oh, no, that's
Bobby.
pretty tame, actually.
Okay, what's the worst that you can remember?
God, I don't even. Fuck, I don't know. Like, I think I made a video on this called "Femboy Chasers and Creeps," where I showed some of the DMs. If you really want to, I mean, you could go to my channel and watch that, and then pause where I show the weird ass messages. I don't even remember what. I think I've deliberately not remembered them for a reason.
Wait,
There's
I
a
got
good
Honestly,
reason.
you want to know something that was like absolutely fucking, like just completely weird for me? So, at one point I made a video on someone who made fetish-based content, and if you know, fetish-based content is against TOS. It is fetish.
I don't. Yeah, it's still based though. I don't care if it's against TOS.
Anyway,
It's not
so
illegal if you don't get caught.
okay, fair.
Oh, like
Anyway,
something I
so
would
they
want.
make like
Hell yeah.
disgusting fat fetish shit, like where it's like, yeah,
Oh,
like
okay, maybe not.
fat rolls and stuff and all that. And I made a video on them, and then a guy posted in my thing saying, I came from this channel that you harassed, and if you don't stop making videos on this person, I'm gonna find out where you live and feed you until you can't see your toes. And I'm like, the fuck? The hell?
I feel like I feel there's a good chance that that's a troll, but yeah. I don't
No,
know.
he was serious. He
insane.
did that on a lot of my fucking videos. And this was because I harassed the channel because he was a fat fetish enjoyer.
I mean, I don't know. Some people are weird, I'll give you that. Okay, look, I'm not one to kink shame, okay? You can have the weirdest shit.
In my
at the
opinion, just
moment you
keep it on
enjoy.
Pornhub.
Generally, yeah. Okay, I think it's okay to, like, allude to certain things, but, like, don't, like,
You can hint at it.
porn on YouTube.
Dude,
yeah,
there
I
was
think
a...
I think there's a line there though. Like I've definitely alluded to certain things in some of my live streams, right?
As long as you're
It's
not
like-
showing your fucking ass on camera, I don't care. Like, you do you.
Yeah, that's what my OnlyFans is gonna be for.
You have an OnlyFans?
I will have an OnlyFans.
Wait, what?
OnlyFans.com/Femyoz. I don't have it yet.
Please tell me you're kidding.
Well, I've made the account. But I haven't.
What, so you're gonna sit on dildos on it?
Maybe if I decide to go that far, yeah. I don't know. I would start out with like lewd stuff where it's like almost naked but not quite, you know. Then I might
The
go
Belle
further.
Delphine route.
Yeah. I mean, she made hella money, right? It's like ooh.
She
I
scammed
went
people.
here.
I think Bella Delphine
scam,
like
as long
earned
as I
like
don't-
No.
say that-
She originally scammed people. Like, literally.
Well,
Out
I'm
of
not
money.
gonna. Well, I'm not
Girl
gonna. Well, I'm not gonna scam people. I'm gonna like say it how it is, right? I'm not a scam artist, right? I would be honest. I'd be like,
you get pretty fucking rich from OnlyFans. I think this girl that fucking is also streaming, I think she earns like 100,000 like a month.
Exactly.
Like
Okay,
that-
why
that was
don't
the
you
point.
why don't you do the fucking Belle Delphine route and tease with your fucking I hate no please. No. No.
I might do a little bit of teasing, but I'm not gonna be dishonest or anything.
Okay, good. Please don't. Like, I despise dishonesty.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck a spasm there.
So do I.
I despise
I'm
dishonesty
not
with
here
a
to
burning
scam
passion.
because long term, that's like a long term. Like that's not a good business investment long term.
Yeah,
you might
people
make a
will
few quick
just-
bucks off of it, but then no one's gonna like continue to subscribe to your OnlyFans if you scam them, right? It's like you want them to trust you, right? And if they don't trust you, then you're not gonna make as much money. They're not gonna give you money if they don't know where the fuck that money is gonna go or what it's gonna get them. It's like, okay, just like be transparent, you know?
Exactly.
That's-
Unless
Like
you're
that's
me.
been my philosophy. Like that's been my philosophy is like it's mutually beneficial to everybody, including myself, if I'm just honest all the time, right? Like it's not like a
Thank you.
Oh, I'm so it's like not even like about like, oh, I'm such a virtuous, honest, cool person. I'm like better than every. It's like no, it's literally just easier. Lying requires way more effort. Like fuck that shit. Like why would I do that? Like it doesn't serve me any utility. It makes me look bad if I get caught. So why would I even try to lie about shit? So just if you don't want people to know something, just don't talk about it, I guess.
True that.
If they bring it up, either ignore it or just admit it because it's like, okay, well you're not the one bringing it up at that point. It's like I know that I don't go out of my way to do things that are like morally wrong. Other than maybe like okay, I'm not going to lie. Morally speaking, I kind of agree with veganism, but I'm a hypocrite in that I kind of sort of I'm addicted to food, okay? I'm sorry, right? That like
If you're addicted to food, does that mean like I spaced out there? So you are against veganism?
No, that's the problem. That's where like the disconnect is. Morally, I agree with it, and it fits into my moral framework, veganism, right? But it's like
So you
it's the
agree
same-
with some of it, but at the same time you do like eating meat.
Yeah, it's like
It's been
I've been
proven that
eating meat from
it's been proven
been
that
eating
like
meat
oh, I'm sorry, fucking just
entire
you
life.
you first.
like I've been it's like I've been eating a certain way for my entire life, right? And it's like I never cared about veganism, but it's like the more like I thought, but like I had a debate with someone, right? And I didn't really know that much, so I wouldn't say I won the debate by any means, just because I didn't know what I was talking about, right? And it's like the more I think about it, it's like yeah, Actually, they are kind of right about that, and it's like, fuck. Like, I'm not like, and I admitted that, yeah, okay, you're probably right, because like I'm not somebody who debates and has a position just, you know, for the sake of having a position and my ego or whatever, right? It's like I care about intellectual honesty more. Like if I lose a debate, I lose a debate. I don't care.
But
It
yeah.
doesn't hurt my ego. Everyone has lost a debate at some point. Like obviously, I make jokes being like, "Oh yeah, I truly am the greatest debate bro of all time."
To be fair, there's a guy, I feel like you and him should debate at one point, just like find something to debate on. We nicknamed him the debate god because so think of it this way. We were trying to say about how liking femboys is kind of technically gay. And he says about how, oh, well, you know, it's not gay because I don't see femboys as men because they're feminine. And he
I don't
it sounds simple, but
think
like he
there's-
had a good point, to be fair.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's more nuance to it than that as well. I think it's like, okay, you know, like
By social
you're
standards,
attracted.
it's gay, but like it doesn't make you gay.
Yeah, like it's like, okay, what even is gayness? It's homosexuality, right? So, you know, it means that you're attracted to characteristics that are, you know, typically associated with the male sex if you're a male, or the female sex if you're a
Yeah,
female,
so
if you're
being gay would
homosexual.
mean
So it's like a spectrum, right? Like I don't think that most people are 100% straight or 100% gay. I think that there's a lot of gray area, right? Oh,
yeah.
it's like, okay, so like what if, okay, like let's say that you're attracted to Finster and that's the only man that you're attracted to, and you're attracted to women other than that. Okay, let's say that you're like you're recognized as bisexual. But what if Finster then comes out tomorrow morning as a trans woman? Are you no longer bisexual? Like it doesn't make any sense. It's like, oh, now it's not gay to find somebody who looks exactly the same attractive. It's like it's so arbitrary, and it's like, okay, you can't really help who you're physically attracted to, right? Like that's not a, you know, it really, I don't know. There's so much gray area and nuance, and it's like I don't really like those types of discussions because it doesn't really matter if it's
True.
gay or not. It's like, are traps gay? I don't know. I don't really give a shit if it's gay or not. Like like why should I give a shit if that is categorically a gay thing? It's neither better nor worse to be gay than to be straight. It
Honestly,
literally
I
makes no
personally,
difference.
when it comes to sexuality, I personally don't care. In my opinion, when it
Yeah.
comes down to it, looks fade, personality doesn't. Personality can change, but it's never going to be like completely different unless you got multiple personality disorder. And at least then it makes sense to like be a bit off or weird or standoffish with that. But at the end of the day, personality matters more than fucking looks.
I would tend to agree. I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends.
Well, like,
Like
looks
again,
obviously matter, yeah, but, like, personality is what you should stick there for.
yeah. No, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. I think that when it comes to the looks personality thing, some people you know, place more emphasis on one than the other a lot of times. I place more emphasis on personality because I care about it more, but like there are some people where it's like, okay, but if I'm not, like if I don't think you're attractive, I just can't see myself like, okay, we would just be friends then, right? And sometimes I have a similar mindset. It's like, okay, yeah, like if I'm not attracted to you, why would I be romantically involved with you, right? It's like, okay, there's not really a point there. No.
Yeah, so basically what you're saying is that you appreciate personality more, but overall, you would say you do care about looks as well.
Yeah, it's like I care about both if I'm gonna have like a sexual partner, right? Like I have to find you attractive. Or like and obviously personality is like the biggest component of that. You can look like the most attractive fucking model on the planet, but if you're like dumb as a stump and you're like a conservative transphobic lady or a transphobic guy who's like attractive looking, it's like I don't care. Like you're fucking retarded. Like I don't want to date. Like no, that's like huge turnoff. Lack of intelligence is a major turnoff for me. Like if I don't know.
Honestly, I can mad respect that because intelligence is true power. Like that's why the saying is
Yeah.
think smarter, not harder.
I agree. And it's like okay. I could just, hook up with people. Like that to me that's like way easier than finding actual relationships. Like I don't like hooking up is the easy part. Finding long-term partners is really difficult. At least for me. Like I can't find anyone who genuinely in my opinion, wants to like get invested in like me, my emotions, my life, etc., and vice versa. I can't find that.
Well, I hope
No.
you find that, honestly.
Yeah, me too.
There's plenty
And part of
fish
it is
in the
'cause-
sea.
True.
Yeah, well, part of it is because like I think a big part of it is okay. I'm 19, so people my age are usually going to be a little bit more on the immature side when it comes to relationship stuff. So it's like, okay, they're not looking to like settle down with anybody or have a long-term relationship, and I get that. And sometimes I'm the same way. It's like, you know what? Fuck it. I just wanna fuck some bitches, And by that I
there's
mean,
a couple of people out there that want to do that.
and by that I mean, having them tie me to their bed and do fun things. But that's besides the point.
Wait, so you're basically admitting on podcast you're a BDSM fan?
Yeah, hell yeah. I don't give a shit. What are they gonna do? Cancel me?
No, not that. I never said that. I meant like I fucking think cancel culture should do what it does best and cancel itself. No KYS, no KYS. YouTube, don't ban me. But yeah, no, like that shit genuinely needs to just end. Like if
It's
you're
like, I
into
may as well
BDSM,
just, like-
go bonkers. I hope you find someone
Hell
that is
yeah.
hell into fucking smashing your ass while you do it. I guess.
Exactly.
Hey, there's plenty of people
that's
that
the
like
point.
that shit,
Exactly. Yeah, it's not. It's like honestly, at the end of the day, it's like I may as well just like say everything. I don't care. It's like, what are you gonna do? Like, it doesn't do anything. It's not. It doesn't say anything about my moral character.
To be
what I
fair,
like in the bedroom.
if you really just like admit to it, then they could like roast you on it. Well, you already admitted to it, so
Yeah.
like, what are they
It's
gonna
like,
do?
I
Oh my
obviously
god,
don't give a
you
shit.
like
Yeah.
you like BDSM? Wow, really?
I didn't
Fucking
know.
idiot.
Astute observation, right? It's like
You
like,
like
yes, I
BDSM? You're a
agree. Yes, I
Faggot.
do.
Wow, no shit. Like in fucking
like-
school,
it's
they
like,
used to
just
call
make
me a
jokes about
retard,
it
and I
and
said,
move
"Yeah,
on,
you're
right?
probably right," and then they just fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. It's like just make jokes about it like a normal person and move on. Like I don't know why people
Exactly.
care. It's like I
Because
like,
they're
I am more
insecure
than-
about
than
themselves,
open.
so they feel better
Yeah.
in like bullying people instead.
Yeah, like people in my chat make jokes about stuff like that all the time. It's like I don't like they're aware of it. It's like I don't care.
Why did you
You
just
know, I'm
DM
cool
me
with
right
it.
now, Meta, saying that you want to bone this person?
No,
Yo.
It's a joke. I'm fucking with you.
Hey,
fuck off.
yo.
No, I was just gonna
Yo.
wonder if we can round this up because I've gotta go to bed. It's still the middle week. I got work.
Aye,
Fair enough.
let's end this with like one final thing. Well, actually two, just to do it. So first of all, before the final thing, any questions you've got for us or the podcast in general?
Let me think. What is your favorite logarithmic function?
The fuck?
The what?
What's your favorite logarithmic function?
Okay,
Wanna
The fuck
know.
is that?
listen, I might be a nurse, but I'm definitely not intelligent.
Neither am I.
Please elaborate.
Could you repeat that?
Oh,
Meadows
I'm
knows.
not
Meadows
a
knows
math
the.
teacher. I'm not a
Mhm.
math teacher. I'll just ask a different question. What are your thoughts on, I don't know. You know what? No, anything I ask is gonna. You know what?
Just
no,
go for it. It's Madman's Land. You're gonna ask fucking anything.
It's called
I'm
Madman for a
trying. I'm
reason.
trying to think of something that's like a good. Okay, would you rather have teeth for pubic hair or pubic hair for teeth? This
I've
one's
heard
a
this
classic.
one before.
Yeah, I know. It's a classic.
Wait, so either you have pubic hair or you have
You have
teeth?
pubic hair in your gums or teeth around your dick.
And armpits.
I mean,
Oh
if-
yeah,
if-
true, true.
Well, wait.
Butthole
So
area.
what? The ball hole. What do you mean? The
Basically,
butthole
your
area?
pubic hair, so hair around your ass,
Some-
dick, and
I
armpits.
don't have hair. I don't have hair on my ass. There's only hair around my balls.
What if I just get surgery to remove the teeth afterward? Because like teeth
And
can't
they
grow back. No. Teeth can't grow
Well, these
back.
are different teeth.
Fuck.
I
They're
would
different teeth.
Well,
I would
I
honestly say
You're evading the question.
I'd have pubic hair for teeth because then I can just pull them all fucking out and then get fake teeth. Or I could have surgery to have teeth.
I would want pubic.
Actually,
Protected.
no. I have a better idea. I would rather have teeth for pubic hair because then I can remove them and sell those teeth for people who don't have teeth. Free money making. Free money making.
I would want them around my balls because then my balls are protected. You know.
How are your balls
It's just
protected? Because you have teeth.
Their teeth, yeah, but their teeth are quite strong. You know, they like someone could.
Yeah, if they punch
my dick.
Yeah, if they punch your
What
dick
do you
in just
think
the right.
happens if somebody kicks you in the balls? Do you think that that's gonna hurt their shoe or you?
Dude, what if what if
me.
they like kick your fucking what if they like punch your balls at such an angle that it just cuts your balls off using the teeth?
Yeah,
Literally,
well,
like, the
sexy
teeth are
stuff.
just gonna the teeth are gonna like crush your dick, or balls, or whatever, right?
You'd
like,
be into that though.
Alright, well, no, because it's like, okay, I have my own limits, right? Like, physical pain, that outweighs,
To be fair,
the
I
horny
got-
factor is like, okay, maybe not that.
I'm okay with a little bit of choking and not being able to breathe, the severe pain of my lungs, but not my teeth on dick.
No, you don't, no, you don't understand how choking works. You don't actually, like, choke someone so that they're, like, literally incapable of breathing. You just do it in a way where it's like,
I know.
like, they're
Barely.
almost unable to breathe, but, like, they're able to breathe, but barely. But you have to
You
do
would
it in
just
a way that's
enjoy
not, like,
it.
actually, yeah.
With your fucking
there's, like, a
BDSM.
good and a bad way to do it, right? Like, it's like there's a right and a wrong way to do it, you know? My first ex-girlfriend did it the wrong way. Well, it wasn't very pleasant. It was just, oh,
While
that's
you're on
actually a
Madman's
turn-on.
land, you are now legally obligated to tell us every detail. What did her pubic hair taste like? No, I'm kidding. No.
I never ate her out anyway.
Yeah,
And
no.
I'm glad I didn't.
Fishy pussy?
He ended up being a bad person, so... Oh well.
And it's led you here to even worse people.
I don't know about that one.
Dude, I'm probably the single most horrible person in the entire world.
How about this? Yeah, you know how you asked a what if question. Sorry, would you rather? You know.
Alright.
Yeah.
How about this? Would you rather always have to use sandpaper as toilet paper? Would you rather have to use hot sauce for eye drops?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good...
Sandpaper as toilet paper because then I could use a bidet.
Well, it's not wrong.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Outsmarted you.
Okay. For fuck's sake. I'll give up on that shit right from the bat.
That's a good one.
Or this, would you rather get violent diarrhea and throw up on your boss while giving a giant presentation in front of the entire company, or trip while walking down the aisle at your own wedding, causing you to break your arm? I would rather shit and have explosive diarrhea in front of my boss.
Dude, I just fucking aim it at him. Just laugh.
That's a tough one. That's a really tough one because it's like, okay.
To be fair, my bone
by the
marrow is like really fucking thick from a birth defect. So if it breaks my arm tripping over, then fuck me, man. That must be some
what's
fucking...
on the site. Look what's on the site.
Oh.
Teeth for hair. Oh.
Well,
Where have I
roughly
heard of
the
that one
same.
before?
I wonder. I really do wonder.
I remember hearing the pubic hair teeth would you rather from a Filthy Frank video.
That's where
That's
I
where
fucking heard it from.
Yeah. I specifically remember that question. It was one of my favorites. Spent a good amount of time thinking about it. Way too much.
Okay, then
I
let's
asked
go
some
with
other
another Filthy Frank meme. What is your ideal afterlife, if said afterlife exists?
One where I experience infinite positive emotions and 0 bad ones. Yeah.
You want to know what I would pick? To be my own creator of my own universe and worlds, and create and destroy how I please, to just experiment in my own universe. Create
Basically
my
play
own
God.
laws. Yeah, basically try and test laws and create my own level of physics. Because
fair enough.
then I could test things, experiment, and grow my knowledge. And that would please me.
That's fair enough. That sounds good as well.
What about you, Meadows?
I honestly don't know.
Just go with the iDubbbz answer. Fucking walls covered in pussies. That's actually how he responded.
Aced? And I wish he still had that energy, low-key. Like, I don't hate the guy or
Seriously,
anything, but...
I agree. Genuinely.
It's like,
I respect him for, like, apologizing, but for what he apologized for, he really didn't need to.
Yeah,
So-
like, if I was him, like, I would have just, like, apologized to maybe Tana, but nobody else, right? Like, okay, yeah, I can understand that. Maybe he went too far. He escalated the situation a little bit.
I thought that was hilarious. Say...
Well, yeah, I was... You can say it. I'm not gonna cancel.
No. I don't want to say it, because if I do, YouTube will cancel me. Whether I censor it or not, they've done it before.
That's fair enough.
Wait,
No,
you know-
I mean,
you-
I don't know. Well, it was funny, and I personally don't care that much that he did it, but I could understand. Okay,
I thought it was
apologize,
funny.
but like, why would you apologize to Leafy, Keemstar, Ricegum, and the fucking Spider-Man and Elsa channels that he made content cops on? Are you like really?
I think
You think that the
genuinely
Spider-Man
it's
and Elsa channels
Anissa's
give a shit?
manipulation. And I feel
No,
like...
not. I don't like making that assertion. At first,
Well, I would like to say...
that, but it's like,
Well, here's the thing. I would like to say this. So, the whole video with, like, him showing off, like, why he removed Froggy Fresh and then showed Sam Hyde clips, all of the clips he used were out of context. And I hate to use that, like, oh, the excuse, because so many people use the excuse of no context. But I've seen the whole thing, and the actual whole clip was how Anissa was using their parents as an excuse to play victim, and her parents even outwardly stated that they disapproved of this and didn't like this, and he said that she was basically a bitch and a whore for this, and iDubbbz completely cut the context and only showed the part where he said that, you know, she was a bitch and a whore.
yeah, but I don't. Look, I don't trust Sam Hyde as a good source of information. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I don't
Like-
trust it either, but if you actually look around, you can find the actual thing of the parents disapproving. I've tried to look around.
Seen it.
Well, yeah, no, they don't put it on Twitter. They don't want to
You gotta
hide that
show
shit.
me that.
I'll look into it
You gotta
again.
show me.
Like, I'm going to fucking...
Like,
I'll
I-
find
like,
the
look,
fucking
my-
original source that I found.
Like
I
my
will find that
standard
shit.
of evidence, my standard of evidence is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I assume that Anissa is innocent until she's proven guilty.
That's
all right?
fair.
Even if she's kind of annoying, you know, maybe she said some stupid hypocritical shit a few times.
Who
I know,
doesn't
but,
say
like,
that,
doesn't. Yeah, it's like she's not like an evil person, at least not in my eyes. Because like, again, I'm charitable, and people give me a lot of shit for this, right? It's like they give me shit for being like, I assume that everybody is innocent until there's like sufficient evidence to prove that they're guilty. But it's like, do you not remember what happened in the Salazzo situation?
I have
Did
no
you
idea
forget
who
about
that is.
It was basically false allegations that were, refuted. And then it was like people jumped the gun so quickly to shit on this guy and call him a rapist. And then he refuted the allegations. It was similar to the Quite situation, kind of.
Yeah.
Right? It was like the, the 2018, 2019, maybe? I think it was 2018 version of the Quite situation, basically.
Yeah.
So...
You know the question you asked me, right? If you could do something in a like a reality world, I would
Your own,
honestly,
like your perfect afterlife.
yeah, I would honestly would love to be just death itself, and
Like a Grim Reaper.
Yeah, and just choose who whatever goes where, hell or heaven, and just get to say what the fuck goes around death.
I mean,
Fair enough.
Fair enough, I guess. I
You're
don't know
like
why-
biased though. You'd just send all dogs to heaven.
Hey, that's base. That's a good thing.
Hey,
Pitbulls
hey, no. What I'll say this is, there's no bad pets, just bad pet owners.
Okay, to be fair, nobody. Okay, look, nobody.
Except for
deserves to
chihuahuas,
go-
they're fucking
look.
demons.
Okay, look, nobody, no conscious being deserves to go to hell for eternal suffering, right? Because the punishment doesn't fit the crime, right? Because you are punishing somebody with infinite suffering for their finite actions, right? Meaning that what they're actually being punished for is infinitesimally small, basically zero, compared to the punishment.
There's people in this earth or have roamed this earth that have deserved it 100%.
True.
I mean, I'm not saying that they should go to heaven necessarily, but I don't think that I wouldn't even want infinite suffering.
I would
Even
rather go to
somebody
hell.
like-
You want to know why? Because if heaven is 100% real and obeys by Bible's terms, stuff like consoles wouldn't be, and the internet and PCs, they wouldn't exist in heaven purely because it's sloth to sit behind a PC and do nothing but chat online. Because you're being lazy, you're being sloth, you're technically, by the Bible standards, being counterproductive because you are sitting in a chair all day at a computer.
Then that would mean that heaven is like a bad place where you're miserable.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like that defeats the point. That's like
It's how,
I'm not
if it's
religious.
accurate to the Bible, like, I've read that as a fucking goof, but, like, if it's accurate to the Bible, consoles and computers would not exist.
The only book I'm gonna fucking trust is the Quran.
Yeah,
I don't trust
your
any of
beliefs.
it.
I don't.
No, I believe so many shit that is stated in the Quran.
I'll
Like,
say this, yeah.
I would rather believe the Islamic way than the fucking God way.
I would.
Well, I don't blame you for that. I can get behind. Well, yeah, obviously, if I had to pick one, I don't know.
I'd
it's
say
hard
it
to
this
say.
way: if I had to pick one, I'd believe in the flying spaghetti monster because that shit.
Yes, same.
That
I
shit.
said that. I have made. Dude, I've.
All right, with the fucking giddy little schoolgirl thing with the fucking knuckles in front of your face.
Look. Okay, I have debated people.
Hey, I'm
I
a
have
psychopath.
won-
I'm good at teasing people.
I have won flying spaghetti monster debates. Okay, nobody can disprove the flying spaghetti monster.
Well, here's the thing: the flying spaghetti monster cult was literally created to promote creativity. It's not like, oh, believe in this flying god. It was literally to promote creativity alone.
Oh, I know. I just use it, but I also use it to fuck with Christian presuppositionalists in debates.
Fair.
Like they'll use circular logic for their Christian god, and then I'll use their
And then
their
they'll disobey
logic,
the
but-
same
yeah,
logic. There'll be completely
Yeah, it's like
hypocrisy over it.
literally all I'm gonna do is like all I'm doing
Oh,
is like
yeah, but, like-
replacing the word God with flying spaghetti monster, and then they're like, well, no, that's completely illogical. Why are you jumping to that conclusion? I'm like, the
It's
same
your
shit you're
conclusion.
saying.
I just replaced one
your
word.
logic. I am using your standards, not
I
mine.
I would much rather believe that in, like, heaven, the ruler of everything is a puppy.
Oh, yeah,
God
yeah,
himself is a
fair
dog.
enough.
Yeah, but like, so the whole thing why I believe the Quran, I believe God doesn't exist. It's what was the name again?
Allah?
Not God, but no, Allah.
Allah?
It's the one of it. It's the creator of the world and also stuff like that. And it basically why I like Islamic more than God is Islamic. You can redeem yourself, even if you've been bad. You can walk the path to fucking become great or become neutral. When it comes to Christian, you can't do that.
Yeah, you
Doesn't
can, like...
exist.
You
Yeah,
can...
Christianity is like
You
the
can
most
confess, but
unforgiving-
you aren't forgiven. You aren't forgiven.
Yeah.
You are...
Like
you will
Allah
still
will
pay
forgive
your...
you for
Well, the thing about-
actions that
the thing-
you've done.
The thing about Christianity, right, is it's like, okay, yeah, like, and it depends on what denomination we're talking about, but when it comes to Christianity broadly, it's like, oh, yeah, you can go to heaven if you believe, and it's like, okay, but that's stupid. That doesn't dictate whether or not you're a good or a bad person.
Well,
It's
here's the
like,
thing, yeah? If the Bible...
It's like, once you're already dead, it's like, oh, yeah, what's that, you're in hell, and you changed your mind about what you think or how you want to act. Well, fuck you, it's too late. I'm not gonna forgive you now. It's like, that's the opposite of forgiveness.
Here's the thing, though. So, the Bible says that God made everyone exactly how he wanted. So that means that technically, no one
made Hitler.
is... Well, yeah, but technically,
wanted.
that means... If he's made every single person exactly how they are, technically it means hell is impossible to exist. Because if God exists and he's created everyone the way he's created them, it means technically he's created all the flaws, all the bad things, all the deaths are
Exactly.
caused by him.
Exactly. This is what I've been saying. Yes, in every.
I see the fucking pulling up the giddy little fist thing again.
Shut up. Look, okay.
Can
when
we
it comes
round
to
this
the,
up though? By the way, soon.
Yeah, or like.
Okay, but like when yeah, but
We'll
like when
end
it
it
comes
after
to
this
the
one.
yeah, when it comes to like the a lot of Christianity debates and whatnot, yes, that is actually one of my talking points. So I'm glad that you brought that thing up because yes, the concept of hell just doesn't make sense for an all-loving, omnipresent God who designs people exactly the way he wants to, right? And then as soon as you apply things like sociology and whatnot, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, well, this is fucking stupid. Also, how does the soul interface with the brain? Like, does the soul influence the brain or vice versa? You know, and if the brain is what causes you to have a certain personality, how is that the soul's fault? Like, what if somebody, you know,
Yeah, it just doesn't make
born
sense.
as a psychopath? Yeah, it's like, okay, if you're born as a psychopath who can't feel empathy, is that the soul's fault that it's attached to that brain?
Sorry.
Yeah, it's like none of it makes sense, and it's like at the end of the day, everyone is a product of both their genetics and their environment.
What I also don't understand by Christianity is that, like, in the Quran way, like the Islamic way, Allah does not promote being wealthy, right? He sees everyone as equal. Like, you could be rich, you're equal. You could be poor, you're equal. In Christianity, they promote fucking donations, and I don't get why.
Yeah,
I find that
like,
so dumb.
Well, okay.
Here's the thing.
To be fair,
I've actually
depends
like.
on the denomination.
I would
Depends
like
on the church and
to.
the
Can I like cut in here? So,
in all fairness.
I would like to say this. We have 100% proven this multiple times, but Christians just like to try and sweep it under the rug and pretend it never happened. So, in the days when it was a miracle for you to live to the age of 20, we created God as an idea so that if you died, you wouldn't have to be worried. You only lived 20 years. You wouldn't have to be worried about the darkness, the emptiness of death. You could just believe that you would go to heaven afterwards. And as we managed to live to the ages of 100, we no longer feared death as much. So it was manipulated into a way to get money. And it's not 100% for every single church, but it's how it has evolved as a thing.
I agree. Yeah. And again, I don't think that is what I never really use that to try and discredit the religion itself. I see that as like a disconnect.
Yeah.
Like there's like a disconnect there, right? Because it's like, okay, well, you're arguing against religious institutions, which I think even most Christians agree. Okay, yeah, at least a good portion of them are kind of fucked, right? Like most Christians can get behind that. I like to criticize the religion itself and, you know, explain why it's illogical, why it contradicts itself, you know, etc. Right? I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah, it even says here, like, despair not of the mercy of Allah, for Allah forgives all sins, for He is oft forgiving, most merciful. Again, God says to believers in the Hadith, Qudsi, a son of Adam, so long as you call upon me, you ask me, I shall forgive you for what you've done, and I shall not mind. Basically, is whenever...
I got him to
God,
fucking. I got him to slip up.
Basically, it is you can be so bad, right? But like if you call upon Hadith, they like if you do the prayer and you do the right way, Allah will forgive all your sins, and He shall not mind. That's why I'm not 100%. I would lean towards Islamic, but I believe in it and I respect the culture. Because there's way more Islamic culture than fucking when it comes to Christians.
Yeah, well, and I think that there's a difference between judging religious institutions, the religion itself, and religious people. I think that these are categorically completely different, right? So when I criticize Christianity, I'm not sitting here saying, fuck all Christians, they're all terrible people, and they're stupid, and they're brain dead. It's like, like, I'm not about that. It's like, okay, a lot of Christians are decent people, right? It's like, regardless of what they believe. And same thing goes for Muslims, etc., right? But, I don't know. That's just how I see it.
Fair enough.
I don't think that people are their religion, right? People.
Yeah. That was fucking hilarious that I got him to slip up, though.
I mean, fair enough.
Hey, that was funny. You gotta admit.
Do you even know how to greet a Muslim, by the way?
No.
Basically, when you believe in the Quran and also the religion, is whenever you go up to someone and it's a Muslim, you say Assalamu alaikum, and then if they say Salum, fucking, I
Salamakum.
think, no, Assalamu alaikum, Makum salam. Makum salam means to you too. Basically, Assalamu alaikum means peace, peace be upon you.
That's fair. Like, people
Fair
give
enough.
Muslims a bad name purely because of the fucking
They're
the
great
miniature.
people.
No, because they give them a bad name because of the minuscule amount of them that
Radical
suicide
Islam,
bombs. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
like they
just
conflate
demonize.
radical Islam and yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
conflate regular Islam with radical Islam. Like, okay,
they just
it's one thing if you
demonize
make
the
jokes
entire
about
people
it.
over it.
Yeah, it's like, okay, make jokes about it. I'm fine with that, but it's like, don't use that as like an actual argument. It's like they're like radical Islam and Islam itself are like fucking opposites, right? They preach opposite ideas. Like
Dude.
they are contradictory. They are incompatible worldviews.
Dude, I used to have a Muslim friend in high school, and he obviously, like, he moved away at the time, but he used to make these jokes where he used to fucking, like, stomp fucking loudly all over the place and cover his face and just go, Mashallah habibi, all over the place like a fucking idiot. And at one point he got told off because me and my friend, I said, I'll give you $10 if you throw your backpack at that person. Obvious joke. Insert, I'm not gonna explain. And my mate Matthew, he goes, nah, fuck that. I'll give you $50 if you do it. So he sprints over, throws the bag, and runs away.
By the way, can we round this up now, though?
Yeah.
This is getting really fucking late.
So
Alright.
the final question, the almighty end. If you could pick 3 channels to randomly be terminated, what 3 channels would they be?
Malay is one.
Matt Walsh, because I already established that.
Mm-hmm.
Other 2 would be
Speak, boy. Speak.
That's so bored. No, I'm kidding. Come on. Nah. You'll
didn't say
probably
the N-word?
no. You'll never get that joke, but it's like when he was talking to fucking Pisces in a video, iDubbbz, and he's like, nah. He's like, you know.
Oh, a second one would be a Cheeto. I wouldn't give a fuck. There'd be no value lost there.
True
it
that,
wouldn't
true
change
that.
anything. And I don't know, sensitive society because he's basically a Cheeto with a dumb accent. There you go.
Fairs, you want to know who my 3 would be?
Go.
Number 1, Breon, because he is a disgusting person, just as a whole. Like, just even ignoring the obvious minors thing. Anyway,
I don't
and
know anything about this, by the way.
oh, basically, Breon is a commentary YouTuber who, let's just say, tried to date a minor.
That's not very nice.
And then tried to
do that.
sweep it under the rug and lie about it. Anyway, so I would do it to him because he's been, I'm not kidding by the way, he's actually sent doxers my way, and I've sent them back every time with their fucking tails between their legs. Anyway, I would also do it to Malay because I know that would piss him off, and I really like to see him pissed off. It is so funny.
Yeah,
And
that would be pretty funny.
ooh,
I think Onision is a good one too.
yeah, Onision,
To
I
get
would
terminated. It's like-
definitely pick. He's
it's
so
like,
annoying.
What would get lost?
Nothing.
It's like nothing of value would be lost, and it's like, okay, finally, the stupid fucking banana song is gone forever. Thank goodness.
There's like 10 billion re-uploads.
Yeah, well, they're all his own re-uploads, because he's the one that re-uploads it to try and get views.
Dude's
He'll
desperate
re-upload his
shit.
own song. I'm a banana song for 1 hour. I'm a banana song for 10 hours. It's like,
Dude, he unironically makes me cringe because I know I'm a human being and so is he. New rule, I'm creating my own species now. We're gonna call it the Flayers so I don't have to call myself a human being knowing that he exists.
you could just say he's subhuman. Oh, maybe that violates TOS, though. I don't know.
How about Soy Boy?
No, that's an insult to soy boys.
Fair. Base.
It's like I've been called a soy boy. I don't want to be associated with that thing. Right? Hell no. I want nothing to do with that.
Well, I'm German.
okay?
Hitler of YouTube. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Anyway.
I'm like femboy Hitler.
Title: Femyoz admits to being femboy Hitler.
Hell yeah.
Well,
If you've enjoyed this podcast, make sure to smash like and also subscribe to my channel. I'm sure it's linked below. You know, the very nice people
definitely not.
on here.
No.
Definitely linked
not.
my channel.
No, definitely,
It's spelled
definitely
Femyoz. If they don't,
no.
so
No,
you can
no.
search it.
Definitely doesn't exist. Real. No, doesn't exist. Channel terminated yesterday. Okay. Madman's Land, where we interview probably the most mentally insane, as seen by this fucking podcast. Anyway,
Yes.
this has been the amazing and surprisingly extremely based Femyoz, as well as the almighty fucking piece of shit DeathMeadows, and me, your egotistical asshole serial killer of YouTube.
Oh, hell yeah.
Anyway, serial killer of YouTube. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one, and we've got a bunch more people to interview, so I have a lot of work to do. Fuck.